this is now our first page that we're going to do. We cut our pattern paper, and this is going to be a little bit of fold outs. You can put 4x4 photos on here. So let's start with this one already. I've done it already, but let's do this. And you need a piece of white cardstock that is 11.5 inches. You score at the 11 inch. You score at 4.5, 8.5. Now when you score it and fold it, this flap is going to come underneath the paper, the 1/2 inch underneath. Okay, then you're going to fold that one and this one. This one is a little bit shorter than that, and then I do have a piece of pattern paper that will go onto that one. The others I won't put pattern paper on them. When we finished with the album, we can come back and revisit, and we've got some stuff left, we can put it on. That's for that side. Let's do this one. This one is just a shorter one. So what you need is 8.5, score at the 1/2, and score at 4 inches. So that gives you this one. So we're going to turn it that way, and that's going to go underneath there. And I do have a piece of pattern paper for this. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to have this one a little bit up to the page. I'm just going to let a little bit showing there, and I'll do the same with this one here, a little bit showing, so they nearly meet together. That is the idea. I'm going to glue mine, glue this on top, and I'll show you. Okay, so I've got glue on my flap. All I do is I just placed it underneath my pattern paper and make sure I'm not on the score line, and it's a little bit away here, and it's not on my score line, and I just burnish it so the paper and glue can grab. Turn it over and burnished it. Now let's do, and that's how easy it is. But this was just offcuts that I had, and I thought, you know, I might as well use it. Okay, and do that one, and let's just, so this piece just fits the 4x4, and I've cut it down to 3 7/8 by 3 7/8, and then this is a longer piece, and I just want to, so that is those two that are done. I'm not going to put this in the book. I will put it aside, because when we do the first page, we'll do that page, and then this one we line up with the first one. It's so much easier doing it that way. Let me show you what I've done. Our main page, our pattern paper, I did cut a notch in there, so all I did is I put it with my pocket page. I moved it up that it's even here. I use my clips, I clip it together, and what I did is I used this punch. It's a round punch, and I don't know how big it is. Let me see. It is it's 2 inches. So what I did is that part there and that part there, I made a mark there and I made a mark there, and that's when I bring the paper in to that mark and punched it. Now you can do it, punch it together, but this punch doesn't like it to be punched together. I did take my paper by itself, put it in, lined it up, and I punch. So I've got that notch. Then I did bring it up to, and I use my pencil and I make a mark there, and then I put this inside and I punched it. This paper, the white paper I use is very thick. It's 280 GSM, and that's all that I've got in my stash at the moment. And then the piece that comes off the top of your 12 by 12 papers, I cut that, so that's the length, and then I glue that piece in, and that's when you get that to show. This will, when you put this on, you've got that little bit of white showing, and that's what we need. This one, you need to measure a piece of cardstock that is, it's 8 1/4. You score it the 1/2 inch, and this side it is 5 1/4. Now also I use the 6 by 6. I cut it down to fit, and the piece that was at the top I just added onto here. Leave a little bit of white showing, then it doesn't really look like you added on. Okay, that's gonna go into there. I'm gonna hook it on, and that will go up like that. I use a sentiment, and I just put it on white cardstock, and I just did some stickles all around it because it was a little bit too plain for me. And I'm going to put it down like that, and this will be like a nice duck spot. But first, I've got my mark there where I'm going to put my magnet. So I've got the magnet at the back, and I'm just gonna place my magnet and that's it. So when you do your sentiment, you're going to glue your sentiment half over the magnet, so that will stop your the magnet will stop the paper to go even further. I think this is still a little bit wet. I'm just going to leave it there for a while. And let's do this. Let's put this on and just eyeball it, that it's even on both sides, just like that. pinched it and make sure we've got it even, and let's put our glue. I did put a blob of glue there. Up to the score line. Up to the score line. Hope I'm still, yeah, I'm still okay. Let's open it. And burnish. Let's see. Yep, let's burnish the side. Okay, I think I'm just going to be very careful when I put this on. I'm going to grab my glue. Just going to lay it down over the magnet. Yep. And let's burnish it. So you've got a very nice tuck spot there. Let's grab something. Oh, it's still very wet. But you know what I mean. It is a nice tuck spot to put your photo in there. And you can put a nice big photo here. Okay, so we just get the mate. I've got the mate here for the magnet. Here it is. Okay, I found the mate for the magnet. It's down there. And I'm not going to do the magnet now because this is still a little bit wet. I'm just going to wait for it to dry a little bit. This is for our second page. I'll fold out for the second page. Now I need to cover the magnet. Let's get something that we can cover that magnet. The stickles are dry. I've put on the magnet and I've did just a strip of the paper, and now it's time for us to put it in our book. Just need to clear and have some space here. So score tape, I'm just gonna finish this one. It's nearly finished. So score tape, we're gonna put it on the edge. That's right, on the edge, and we will fill in between with glue, and that one. Now around the edge on here, what I'll do is I will put glue, and I will put glue there, and let's just do, it's just a line of glue because you want it to be flat, and we fill in with glue. Let's take the backing off. I'm just going to take the middle off completely. These ones are just a little bit. then we can place it. Come on. Yeah, sometimes I burnish it so well that I can't even get the backing off. Right, and so we just have to make sure that we are even all around. I can see. I'm okay. Yes, and then we can pull off, and we can burnish. That's our first page is in. And it closed nicely. So we can go on to, that's the second page. We can go on to our first page. I hope I was in frame. I had to move my camera a little bit. Hopefully. Right, this side. The first page, that was the second one. Let me show you what I've done here. All I did is I put these two extra closure in, because this will keep on coming open when you open your book. All that it is, my ruler, it is 2.5 inches. It's 2.5 inches wide. This one, it is 4.5 inches in the length, scored in at the half, just around the corners, and where the 1/2 inches, I glue it onto the middle of these two. That one is exactly the same. It is the 2.5, but it's a little bit shorter, so that it is 3.5. And then I just did 2 score lines. So I did the 1/2 score, and then just 1 notch on. I think it's a 1/8 of an inch. You score again, and then when you glue this on, make sure you are even with this part, with these ones here, and then you score where your first score line is. So you need to show your second score line, and it's like it will be like a box. Oops. And then I just did my magnets, and I just cut some of the sentiments off, and I glue it at the back. So we can do our score tape here, and let's see how much I still got left of this one. Now I did go over with my score tape. I don't know if you can see, it's very white on white. I went over there with my score tape. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it up, and I'm just going to roll it in. I don't want to cut it, because this is where we've got the flap, and I'm scared that I will cut onto the flap. And I think I'm good. Yes, I'm good. Then I'm just going to take these ones off as well. and even here, and I'm going to take it, I will take it a little bit towards the end of the book, away from the middle, and I think I'm fine. We can pull this, pull that, and pull that, and let's burnish. We can bring you back. We can bring you back. And close. That is our first 2 pages. It is done. So what you can do, I use the stickles is it's just silver. That's all that it says. This is the silver stickles. And what I will do is I'm going to do stickles over here, and not too much. Well, you can do, you know, whatever, and you don't have to if you don't want to do this, but I think it will fit in nicely with the other page. And then this can get dry while we are working on our next page. This is so easy. If you don't have stickles and you want to do this part, you can use just glue and glitter. That's it. And I'm going to let that dry. And we can carry on to our next page. Let me show you what I've done. I cut my next page to size, and that was the 1/8 1/4 by 5 3/8. And this one is gonna fold over, and on this one the measurement that you need to have, it is 8 3/4, score at the half and score at the 5/8 of an inch, and the width is the same as what our paper is, and that's 5 3/8. That's on that one. Then we do have a smaller one. The smaller one measures a 7 1/8, and we're gonna score at the 6 5/8. It's a 1/2 inch score, and it is the same as what the pattern paper is, 5 3/8. That's what we do have. My pattern paper that I had was the 12 by 12, and Santa was on this side. So all I did is, because it's a long way, it runs, it's actually should be this way, but I did cut Santa off, turn this, I can do that, and then I fussy cut Santa just on the one side. I kept that straight, and I did inked it up with gray ink so that it can stand out more when you've got it on the white paper. Come on, focus. Let's see if that will be better. Focus. can see now what I mean. It stands out better when you do mount it on the white cardstock. Then these two was part of 4. There was another 2 on this side that I did use, and these 2 was left. So I use this one, and then I just cut it so that it can fit this page. And we will glue that on there. We will glue center on this side, but just half of it, so we've got a nice tuck spot. And this one, it's gonna go first. We're gonna put that one on first. Turn this, it's upside down. So that one is gonna go there. And then this one will come over with center. Let me glue this down, and then you can see what I mean. This is a very easy, straightforward, very easy page, and that's what we need. We need straight, easy pages, and they look very beautiful when you do put your photos on it. I do have a book where I did just flip outs and pockets, and I put my photos on it, and it really it's beautiful. The photos, that all just blend in very nice. So we will finish that, and then we're going to get center, and we're just going to do a line of glue. And we're going to go to, let me get in the camera, and there is, that's down. Just finish it nice. And that is the front of our page. I will put stickers on him. I think I need to do it now so that it can get dry. So when we have to put it in the book, it is dry. And I'm just gonna go for the sleigh here. And that side there. And let's go for his hat. And a little bit of the beard. And we can, let's do some of his shoes. And this side here. And I'm gonna just do some dots in the tree. And that's it. I think that's all. I will put that aside, and we can glue this one down. Yes. My stickers are dry, that's on the center, and it's ready to go in our book. Now, when I've put some score tape on already, but that's okay. Now remember, we do have 2 score lines here. We need to go to that score line. The first score line, That is what we need to do. So I just normally turn it over. It's so much easier for me. Then I butt it up to the first score line. And I know the other score line, it is underneath here. So we're just gonna see if that is closing. Yes. And then we can take off the backing. And I'm gonna have to take off a little bit there and a little bit there. And I did move, so that's even. That's down. And let's check it. Yes, the other score line is there. And now we can do another strip of score tape. This is a new row, and we're going to do it on the edge. And we're going to finish and I think when you're happy, we can place it in our book. Okay, so we're going to fill it in with glue and then let's place it. I did my glue and let's take the middle off. The sides. If you can do this without this step, just go ahead and take off all your score tape backing and place it in your book. Just be careful and make sure that you do have it even. Okay. I'm going for the edge. Let me move my book. I'm going for the edge that's on this side here. I think I'm good. Let's open it. Yes, let's pull that. Pull and pull that one, and we can pull this one, and let's burnish. And let's see. Yes, now we are going to use magnets again. You can put your magnets before you put this paper, but this is it's a little bit of a thicker cardstock, and with the glitter I think I will put my magnets on top here, and I can always disguise it. Now I've got very strong magnets. I'm going to use a little bit of a bigger one. That's the 2 magnets. Just pushed it over there, and just going to get some thinner score tape. And let's see. Now, these magnets are very strong, and for normal magnets as well. Don't put it too close to the edge. You can tear your paper. And I'm going to do this one first. And I think that is a good spot. I'm just going to take the taping off, let it drop, and I have a blob of glue. And see where that's going to fall. Got my mark. And I need a smaller piece. I think this piece is a bit too small. I'm gonna have, yes, I got it. Have to put this one also on. Okay. Right, let's test it. Yes, it's closing. The thing is, you can always disguise that. I do have this left when I cut it off, and you can always disguise that. But I would have loved to use that strip onto this side. And I still got a piece there that I can use, and I think that is what I will do. I'm going to do my pencil mark, and I will just use my scissors and let's glue this. Take the backing off, and we can glue. And let's do that. Okay, I'm just going to wait till that is dry. Now this little piece, I can put it over just like that, and I think that's what I'm going to do, because there's a beautiful words, it's on here, peace, and that is what I'm after. And I'm just gonna use this glue. Oops, and let's put that over. So hopefully this is not too thick. Oh, Okay, I'm just gonna let that dry for a few minutes. Right, onto the next page. And I'm just gonna put that over there so we can see. This piece, I've cut it down to size in the width. The length is it is 5.5 inches. 5.5 inches in the length that way, and the width we've got it 5 3/8. I did the notch already, and that is gonna go there. This side we are making a pocket, and the pocket, it will be, you need to cut 4.5 in the width, and then the length we need to cut by 6.5, and we're going to score. This is, you can score, you will see my one score line is a 1/2 inch, and that is a 3/8 of an inch. So what I normally do, I will score my 1/2 inch, make sure it will fit the page, and then I'll bring that over, and that's where I will score. That's why the one side it is less than what this side is, because we don't have a lot of paper to work in this design. So that's what it's going to be. This is going to be our pocket. So that we've got it like that. Then we can glue this down. Now what I normally would like to do is I glue half. Let me show you what I mean by half. I will place this, so this will go to the edge of the white paper. Let me get to the, so the edge of the white paper, and then I moved it in. This should go in like that. And we'll show a little bit of the white paper there. Now, I think I will stay with this. I'm gonna pinch and turn it. I think I moved this side, but I am still okay with this side. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do a little bit of glue there. Okay. And I can put it down. And see, yes I did, I moved. Put it in place. I think I got it, pinched it, and we can glue that down so it is in position, and that one there. Let's see if it's going to work. Yes, it will work. Now we can glue up the rest. Around there to the corners, down on the side, okay, and we'll turn it and let's place it. See if I'm good there. Now on this page we've got our pocket. We are going to make, it's like an envelope. Okay, so this piece of paper, your pattern paper, it's gonna measure 4 3/8 by 3 3 3/4, and we're just gonna place it there. This one is gonna go over. Now this piece, we need the width that we need, it is 5.5, and then score at half. So that's this piece, we need 5.5, and we score at 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch, and the width, it will be 3 3/4. So this is down here, and our paper is going to slide in again. We're going to do exactly the same as we did here. Right, then we are going to make a cover. This piece you need to have, it is 3 3/4 by 4 5/8. So it just needs to fit on this one here. So what I did, I went for the middle of this page, and it should be 2 1/4, 2 1/4, and then I measure up, and that will be 1 3/4, and I measure up 1 3/4, and I just drew a line to meet it. You can put this on your trimmer if you want to cut it down. I'm just going to use the scissors, and I'm going to cut from this corner, well, from this mark to that mark, and I'm going to do from that one to that one. Now, to give you a tip, you see the bottom blade there is in line with my mark there, and if you do that, you cut straight. That we can throw away, and I just need to get my pencil marks off. And that is going to be closing like that. Okay, so let's give it all in position, and I've got all this to put on. Let's just move that away. Let's do this one first. We're going to do it exactly the same as we did with that one. Bring it down, bring that one, and we are going to line it up. See if you can line it up with your end of the page there, your pattern paper. Then I think I'm fine. I'm gonna pinch and hold it. I did clean this. I hope it's gonna be fine. Yep. And let's press it down. Press it down. Now before I do it down, completely down, let's see. Yes. and we can glue. Right, and we can put this down. Okay, move it over, line it up. Yes, and we can burnish. And that is a pocket on top of a pocket on top of a pocket. All right. So we are just gonna measure this. I think mine is a little bit too big. It's too long. And yes, it is. So I'm going to trim both sides a little bit. And I'm just going to grab my small trimmer and see. That's about it that we need to trim. I turn it around. And let's see if this is going to do it now. Yes. Okay. Just measure yours first and see that that's right. It is. It's fitting. Okay, so I'm going to put mine. Just going to let a little bit of the pattern paper show, and I'm going to bring it down and measure it down. You see the two ends there, the points there? Just going to let it come down to cover that. It's like an envelope, and that's what I'm going to place it. I think that will be fine. Just need to get my pencil, and I'm just going to make a mark. Okay, that's where I'm going to place that. But first, I've got my pattern paper for here to put on. Now, I do have a corner punch and a notch punch, and I want to do a notch in there. So I'm going to do it together with my paper and take it up and make it even there and make sure it's half in the middle. The notch side, I'm just going to bring that in and press it. Bring it that it's butt up in there, and hope maybe a little bit this way. Hope for the best. Hope I'm in the middle, and press it down. And that's it. That's my notch. So I'm going to put glue on this page, on my pattern paper, and I'm going to glue it down. And let's do around there where the notch was, or where the notch is, and okay, let's put it down. And that is down. Burnish. This is quite a nice pocket. You can get quite a lot in here. And then we're gonna do this one. We're gonna bring it down, but before we do this one, we need to get the pattern paper. This one is a little bit too small. A little bit too small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab and see. I've got this one left. I think I'm going to use this one. I will use this one. This is the cutout from this side on that. And it's not going to do it for me. I think I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it to work. I'm just gonna hold it like that. Hold it. And I'm gonna make my pencil mark there and over there. Pencil mark there. So I'm going. Let me show you. I managed to put the sentiment on there that came in the paper pack. That is the 6.5 by 6.5, and I've covered that, and that's also the sentiment. So this pocket is done, and I'm gonna leave that magnet as is. I don't have a problem with this. If you want to cover it like I did with this one, you're welcome to do that. And I just need to get this bone folder so I can finish that. And then we've got this pocket, and then we've got this one. So at this stage we just need to cover that inside there. And this is what I use. This is what you cut off at the top of the page. And I still got a few here that I can see, what I can put in. I might do this one. Yes, I like that one. So we just cut it off, and then we just cut it to fit, and then we'll put it in. Right, I'm just gonna do that, mark it, and cut that piece off there, glue it. Let's glue it up, and we can place it in the book. I just like to do this with my tweezers. Open it up, and that's it. And let's burnish it. So this page is done. Don't throw that one away, because we might be able to use it again. So this page is finished, and we're gonna go on to the back of this one. That's over here. Let's get the pattern paper ready for this side. Now I do have all the papers ready for our next page. This was the 12 by 12, and I've just cut it to size. We're gonna have a flap that is at the top. and a small pocket at the bottom. And I mean it is a small pocket at the bottom here. Let me tell you the measurements for the flap that you're going to need. It is 4 3/4, and the length it is 8 1/4. No, sorry, 8 1/8. You score at the 1/2 inch, and that's gonna go over your page. So you're gonna see just a little bit showing on the side and a little bit showing on that side of your pattern paper. That's it. Okay, and then we will have this piece. This piece measure 1 1/8 of an inch, and it is in the length, it's 9 1/2 inches. And then we do have our pattern paper that goes onto that, and our pattern paper that is onto that. Now let's do this one first. Okay, so this is, I level it with the edge of my paper. I'll pinch and I'll hold it. If you move, it's okay. We can line it up here, and all I do, I'll take and I'll bring this over, I'll fold it over and make a fold line. Right? And let's put glue on that. And we're going to put it at the bottom for a pocket. Make sure if it's glue seep out, we will clean it. Oops. And let's just burnish it. Now, the next step, now you can do this. It doesn't matter which way of doing it. You can do a line of glue on your paper or on your pocket. I'm just gonna do it on my paper. My pattern paper, it's easier for me to see. Just a nice line of glue, and then we'll bring this over. Make sure we're on the edge of our paper, and then we will clean this. Clean your glue that seeps out, and we will burnish, and now we can bring this one, put some glue, and we can lift this one and we can bring it over and burnish. That's how easy it is to make these pockets. Pattern paper. Just cut your pattern paper so that it fits on your page. And oh, that was a bit messy. And that is a pocket. Now let's do this one, and it fits nicely. I just want to clean my hands. I've got some glue on it. Alright, so this is, I glued my paper on, and let's do the flap. Let's pinch, hold, turn it, and then we can do our glue. Bring it over and push it down. Finish. And lift. Let's lift it up. Just make sure there's no glue there. No, it's no glue. And if you have glue there, just clean it up. And so the next step that we're going to do with this page, this pocket, we are going to put something in the pocket, and that is our closure for this page. And I think I need to cut a fresh piece. I don't have any more offcuts. So the white paper I use, it's from Kaisercraft. I love this paper. It's not too thick. It's just perfect to use for my albums. I do use the black as well. And so I got my camera focused. Sorry for that. This one, it is 8 inches by 8 inches, and then I just score it in half, and then we can fit that in for the closure. And you can put 4x4 photos on here, and we're going to use this part that I cut off to mount onto this booklet that we just made. Now I want that in the middle, and I think I will get that right. I think so. I'm gonna make my pencil marks, and it's on the blue there that I can see it, and that one over there, and I'm going to trim it down, and let's see if I was right. Okay, we'll just do a quick trim here. Turn this one and we'll line it up. And let's see if it's going to work. Yes, I might gonna trim a little bit, so you can see more of the white. I trim a little bit, and there it is. Let's glue that down. Finish. This was a really very easy page to do, and that is our closure. Very pretty. So to me this is very plain. We will go back and revisit and see if we've got any sentiments or anything that we can put up here. I would love to use this, and I might do a tuck spot, and the two. What I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the two in this page. We will come back and have a look and see if we can do something about it. Let's do our score type all around, and we can put this in our book. Another page is done. Next one. Just make sure you've got it the right way. I've done it. That's why I just warn you. Okay. So I think this is good. Yeah. And we can take that out and burnish. And another page is complete. Let's put this all back, and those little two ones. And now on to this page. So let me grab all the papers that I want to use for this page, and I'll come back and show you.